team that I think will grow during the year like we'll grow. I think we're similar in transitions. Theirs is with, losing a couple of guys early, right, to the draft. We lost one. Got young people in different roles now than ever before. And I was really proud of the way our kids bounced back. We talked about, I was reading something about leadership and how good leaders will use adversity as a springboard to get better. And we didn't call it a springboard, we called it a trampoline. Let's take this thing at Chapel Hill that happened to us where we just were bad. We were just flat out bad for a long time. And North Carolina's really good, but we were really bad. And we take that and grow from it. And I think we really bounced back very well today. I hope you're going to see over time, over the last 10 years and the next 10 years, that everybody, we bounce back. Michigan's going to bounce back because you're not going to win them all.
Mike, you want to start us off?
Coach, John Simmons didn't play today. If he wants to, minutes were last year.
Is that really part of the story? Is that really part of the story?
Yeah.
No. We had 2 point guards. We really played well with those two, right? And they played really well.
Is this a sneak peek for maybe the rotation?
It could no. If whatever we feel when we put a guy in the game, we felt we had a really good rhythm out there with those two. But let's talk about the guys that played. They really did well.
In the corner with Zach.
You mentioned the bouncing back. I think it took 7-8 minutes for Indiana to make a shot. And what did you see and like the most out of the team's defensive effort?
I think coming out of the locker room, our defense was really focused on the scouting report. Once again, we got back at 2 a.m. or something, right? We had a really rested walk. We tried to practice yesterday, given the, I think sometimes it accumulates. The legs were really bad in Chapel Hill, and maybe we could recover from Riverside. It was still hitting us. We really couldn't do enough to really get ready, I felt, without wearing them out. But their attention to detail of what they were going to do, DeAndre Haynes did a great job scouting report. Our kids lived that scouting report. They did a great job.
Ethan.
We saw in 2 separate plays Mo passing to cutting Isaiah and to Jordan. Have the freshmen fully acclimated to this offense? Do they seem like they could be?
They're getting closer every day, and that's what we. Yesterday we had the freshmen did not. Basically none of the freshmen played big minutes. I guess we had 15 or something out of some guys at North Carolina. So we dummy and we dummy and we dummy because it's a fun way to play once you realize, the freedom that's within it. But we just got to teach them. You just can't create your own freedom. It's sort of created for you, and it just is what you're just waiting for these pockets to open up and things can happen. And it's a fun way to play. I don't want to compare. I don't watch those other teams, but you see the same things about San Antonio. And one of the mentions I mentioned to the guys like that Golden State had 44 assists yesterday. That's the basketball we want to play. Just hit the open man, and we'll construct this thing that will allow you to do that.
Right in front with Steve.
Eli had a nice play in the game where I think it was Robert Johnson was going up with a putback, and he knocked it away and started a fast break and got 15 points. Talk about his awareness and all the little things that he's
This is why this is really why he's in there. We've just seen this this ability to think to the next play. Now all of his fundamentals aren't there, but his mind is there. He just is learning how to do it. But for a freshman to play as a fifth-year guy and have 6 assists and no turnovers, that was really a good step for him. And then X came in, and X is sort of that defensive guy that can run our team. He did a great job as well.
Right in front with John.
Maybe your thoughts overall on your freshman contributions in a first Big Ten game.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it happen a little bit in practice, but not a lot in practice because they're still growing every day. But Jordan Poole has shown those qualities. He just needed to be good before he's trying to be great, right? Because that's how great players just take good shots. They make good plays. They are solid on defense. And as a result, practice games, all those type of things, or practices before this, it was a lot of turnovers, a lot of bad shots. And now he's taking care of the ball. He's taking good shots. All right, it's your turn. And so that was big, and Isaiah as well. Isaiah did some things today. He got that shot blocked at North Carolina when he had a fast break. This time he got out and extended, got ahead of the defense with it. He had a great give and go, and he went strong instead of, he said several times where he caught the ball right underneath the basket, and he threw it out to somebody instead of finishing it. So, boy, I love these three freshmen now. I love them.
George?
They still make me angry almost every day. But I still
How concerned were you going into the game with those guys? Jordan, you could have expected 5 to 10 3-point range.
No, but I know they have. I have more confidence in them than just even 3 weeks. You guys have probably seen it, right? From the Grand Valley game to, the early games where we really struggled just to make simple plays, and they'll learn from it. I mean, we had by the time the plane landed after North Carolina, I had 97 cuts from the game. And believe it or not, over the 3-day period, they saw almost every one, even individual, whatever. Just here's what you do. Look at it, and learn from it. But I expect them to get better. That's only my expectation. I expect them to grow every time. Today, right? There's an opportunity. Maybe they grow, or maybe they're going to grow more afterwards. Casey.
Something that, was it more clear now that you may have found a point guard? Maybe the point guard situation out with Jordan's performance?
No, this is gonna go all year long. You could go into the next game and Jerron may play big minutes again. We do feel it's hard to play 3 in one game, right? And we envisioned, right, to play Eli more so both could play. But Muhammad was locked down on Johnson today. We did not want to lose that whenever we could lose that. And so that was important. So we decided just to cut it back, let those two play. But this isn't the quarterback controversy is not over, right? Amongst you guys, with us, it's like, all right, who's playing well in practice? Who plays well in the game? In the middle of the game, who do I feel has the stuff together for that game?
Right in the middle with Andrew.
Hey, Coach. How would you assess the response from Muhammad and Duncan after Wednesday?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I love Duncan's shots today. They looked much different than his last shots. He wasn't trying not to miss. He was trying to make. And both of them came out of the gates just uncharacteristic of them in Chapel Hill. And today they came out, and I loved the way they, defensively, we came right out. Also, we lose Charles right away. He's one of our best defenders. We lose Charles right away, nothing changed. Right, we got that good cushion, now we can hang on. So both of them really bounced back, and I didn't expect anything else. I don't expect the freshmen to bounce back. I expected those guys to, and they did.
Was Charles banged up? You said you lost Charles when he came out. What was his?
Well, you got to foul right away.
Yeah, that was a
so you can
ridiculous
imagine,
foul.
right? He gets a second foul, and the second foul was a crazy one too. Imagine getting a second foul, now he's got to sit for 18 minutes. Because it did happen. He got his next foul, and you're going to get you can say, don't foul. He's got 1 foul or 2, but it's inadvertent stuff happens. Now he's got 2 fouls. And so if a guy gets early foul, it's not a punishment. It's like sit back, watch. I just don't want you to get 2 this early, right? And it could happen. You could be in a situation where we have to take a charge, and the referee blows the call, or it looks the other way. We just don't want a guy with 18 minutes with 2 fouls. So if you don't have confidence in the bench, like there's been years I didn't have it, you just leave him in there. I had confidence, what I've seen from Jordan the last couple of days, and the last week really, that he can go in and handle it. Even if it was 2 or 3 minutes. If he'd come in and like all of a sudden was bad, Charles would have been back in, but he came in and really played well, so why put him back in?
We'll stay there with Nick.
John, you've had Jordan's not a bashful freshman, I would
No, I would say that's a
Yeah,
really
okay.
good personality read by you.
Yeah, you've had a couple of those guys like that over the years that come in, and it's a process.
Anyone like this? Have you seen it? Can you give me a
Stauskas
name?
was a little bit like that.
Stauskas, yeah, you were right.
And it took him a couple of weeks, maybe a month or 2, before you gave him enough rope to be
Yeah.
kind of guy does. Where are you at right there with Jordan in terms of that process? How much rope do you give him without?
When I see it more, I see it every day in practice and just making simple, good plays. Shoot it when you're open, pass it when you're not. The ball's not a grenade that's going to explode if you don't throw it somewhere. And so he's sort of going to learn that with good shots, because the whole preseason, the whole summer, his 3-point shooting percentage was probably as poor of anybody on the team, and he'd taken more shots than anybody on the team. Right? And I'm talking not good. He's a good shooter, but good shooters take good shots. So we were trying to teach that to him.
Right down in front of Chris.
With Jordan, did you envision him playing some 4 when he got here, or is that something that just happened?
Jordan.
Who? He said he was playing some 4 today.
He wasn't, well, we just played with 4 guards at one
Right.
time. If he wanted to call himself a 4, he could do that. We just, Isaiah was just struggling with a few things. Duncan was in foul trouble. We said, let's just play 4 guards. So you could see that more. And the way John Teskey is, the next question is, will you consider playing 2 bigs again? Yeah, we will, but we just got to get there. We've had 2 weeks, we've had like 1 day of practice that didn't concern, get ready for the next game, right? It's just, this is, it's going to be December 4th, we're going to have 10 games in, right? So we haven't had time to get better. I look forward to that, but I do like games make you better than practices.
And then do you think you're a better shooting team than you've shown? You've had some great looks that haven't fallen that you guys are probably
Yeah, I
make.
don't think Duncan was 1 for 6, and today, what was he, 2 for 8? Maybe he hit a big one though, right? So, yeah, we're better than that. We're better than that.
There was Greg.
Coach, now that you've gone through the prep, you've gone through the game, how do you feel about this little scheduling work of 2 Big Ten games this early in December?
I don't think it would have been that difficult if we hadn't done if we didn't have this time of the game. You did the same thing, but you didn't have to get these games in. I didn't have to get the Cal Riverside game in because of the possibility of playing Chaminade. You know, there's just a lot of things that went out this time. We're 7-2. Are we 7-2?
Mm-hmm.
7-2, 1-0. It's really good right now. Right? But we got to go to Ohio State on Monday night. That has not been an easy place for us to play. So I do look forward to having Tuesday or Wednesday off before we go to 2 huge non-conference games.
Got a con for a couple more with
The
Max?
kids need it off. The kids, I looked forward to having it off for the kids.
Coach, what are you expecting to see from Ohio State on Monday? What's that turnaround like for you guys?
I have no idea what the Ohio State's done. I have no idea. I know that it is Sadie Washington's scout, but I have no idea, right, who they're playing and what they're doing. New coach.
Right in the middle with Noah.
I know sometimes when guys are used to coming in off the bench, they might sort of like to sit there and get a feel for the action, whether they're sort of going sort of normal rotation. I guess what does it say about Jordan?
He ain't that guy. He's not that guy. And so he's just, like you said, it's okay. You're still going to live if you pass up a bad shot to get a better shot. And he's just sort of learning that. And then defensively, there's been so few freshmen that come in. You know, everybody talks, well, he's having trouble learning the offense. So just play defense. Just guard your man and know when you have to help and know when you're not helping. That's the biggest challenge, really, for most guys, the physicality and defense. You say, if a freshman says to me, like the 5 kids we signed, what do I get ready for? Get stronger and learn how to play defense on and off the ball. That's the best way for freshmen to get in the game. It's not about offense. It's about defense 99% of the time.
Brendan's going to close us out, Coach. Over here.
With 2. When coming into the game, you obviously had that quick decision to make 15 seconds in with Charles's foul. Were you going to play Poole as the first, or at the 2 or 3 first?
Yeah,
regardless.
We're going to work at getting him. We've just been trying to teach him one position right now, so we're going to work on that. Whether we get Charles to learn the 2, but we'd like to have them both on the court at the same time if we can get it done. We're not going to get it done by Ohio State game, right? So it's just going to take a little time. And who's the quickest learner there? We just keep him there and let Charles float around. We'll play Charles if we want to play small like we did today, right? But then they got to guard Juwan Morgan. They got to guard guys like that if we do play small.
And with Jordan, you recruited him forever ago, and I wonder what you remember from when you went and saw him live in Milwaukee, and that was the day you decided to offer him a scholarship. Kind of how you envisioned him, and how that process.
Well, there was
going.
2 times I went to see him in Milwaukee. I'd seen him in the summer, and I saw him in a pickup game, right? And he was really good. Then I saw him in a game he did not score, and he was a junior. He didn't score in the game. He tried to score. It was not a great performance. But I knew what I saw earlier, and I knew his capabilities. He's just young. He might have 2 points. He didn't score a field goal. And the other team just focused in on him, and he was a just turned 16-year-old junior. And but I've watched him grow, and still he's 18 and a half right now with a July birthday, June or July. So he's young. But that's why I saw the growth. But he's mentally got to grow too, and he's really working at that right now, and I'm really proud of him.
Congrats, coach, and thank you.
Thank you.